I'm getting pressed for coffee. Good morning. Welcome to practice. We're going to begin standing, and you don't need anything else on your mat, but you might like to have a chair handy for when we're stepping forward and back on the mat and balancing. We're going to begin with the feet underneath the hips and start to swing your arms at about shoulder height. And we're going to try and swing the rib cage more than turning at the ankle. Connecting to your breath. Turning your neck gently or following with your neck the movement of your ribs and your upper back. Good. And then coming back to center. Okay, we're going to have the feet under the hips. We're going to take the arms up for this one, and then we're going to bend the knees, come into a forward bend, but also swing the arms up behind you. And so that's just going to become a smooth movement. Inhaling to lift up and exhaling forward. And feeling the quality of the movement, look for an elasticity in the joints of the body. And while the breath is the foundation of what we're doing, be guided by the joints of the body. Look for a really enjoyable warming up, a spring for the body. And then release your arm. Good. We're going to be with parallel feet again. Stand up onto the ball of the foot and make some nice big circles with your knee. Trying to feel all those little joints in your foot, your toes, your ankle. And again, feel that you're guided by those joints. You're looking for a really optimal experience for those joints. Other direction. Just what they need to feel supple. Good. That one's done. And then up onto the left of the foot. You're drawing the circle with your knee. And as you do that, you'll notice if you keep the ball of the foot on the floor, all the little movements. Guided by those joints. Knee, foot, ankle, other direction. Nice work. We're going to bend the knees and then lift the heels and then straighten the legs. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the legs. All right, we're going to try and get a smooth movement. Let's roll the shoulders at the same time. What feels natural. Again, if you're taking the perspective of the joints of the body, feeling a plasticity, suppleness, that nice warming effect. Make sure your feet and your knees are parallel. Good, and we're going to go in the other direction. I have to think about. Lift the heels first, then bend the knees, then lower the heels, and then straighten the legs. Lift the heels, bend the knees, lower the heels, straighten the legs. So we can take the shoulders back the other way. So it's heels lift, knees bend, heels lower. Nice work. We're going to put the heels down, bend the knees for Utkatasana, powerful pose. So the bottom sits back behind. Hug your tummy towards your spine and feel that your lower back is long. The core of the body is strong. Good. We'll take the arms up by the ears. You'll feel your legs starting to warm up here. We're breathing deeply. Oh, yes. Good. And then we're going to come into a forward bend. Walk your hands out in front. Now, if you have trouble reaching the floor here, a chair would be a useful prop. I'm going to do a few of these, so decide if you need to grab that. Feeling the warmth of the breath. And rather than feel static or rigid in the posture, let's bring a little elasticity into the posture. Just wriggling a little bit, trying to straighten one leg and then the other. Feeling how relaxed your neck is, how long your spine is. Ah, yes. And then bend your knees and rolling up and arms up. Good. And then back into your Utkatasana. So your feet are parallel, legs are parallel, dropping the sit bone, but feel the length of your lower back and that beautiful, strong support of the core of the body. Great. You can be as deep a bend in the knees as feels okay. Good. And then forward bend. Uttanasana. And you can walk your hands further forward again. We're starting to stretch the legs here. Head just relaxing down. Breathing deeply. Feel the posture from that point of view of the joints. Find an ease and a space with the breath. Good. And then feeling from the joints, rolling up in a way that feels supple. Take the arms all the way up. Urdhva Utkatasana. Maybe a little bit deeper this time. Powerful pose. Feeling the warmth, the nourishment of the breath. Good. And then forward bend, Uttanasana. Walk the hands out as far as you can reach. Find the suppleness of the joints, the spaciousness of the breath. Good. And then rolling all the way up, arms up. Urdhva Great. Now, either you're going to repeat your powerful pose, good, or you can try it with a balance, which is to bring the right heel to the left knee. Utkatasana variation. Good. And then forward bend, release your feet back down. Could do that with your foot up, I suppose. It has been done. Doing that spacious breath. Suppleness in the body. Spaciousness. Good, and rolling up. Arms up. And then Utkatasana. And if you're trying that variation with the left foot up, heel onto the right knee this time. Good, and then releasing. And one more forward bend. Enjoying the flow of breath. Good. And then bend your knee and inhale and coming up. Urdhva Hastasana. Good, and then Tadasana. Okay, we're going to do a few more balances. So just decide whether you think you might need the seat of the chair in front of you if you're having trouble reaching the floor. We might do that Utkatasana, the powerful pose in between sides, because we're going to be standing on one leg. Do that with 2 feet on the floor. Inhale, arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose, or powerful pose. I prefer powerful pose. Good, feeling the internal muscular support. Nice work. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Ooh, nice. Now, we're going to take the left foot back. Let's put the heel down on the floor. So walk your hands where you need them under your shoulders. Bend and straighten your front leg. And let your whole body feel mobile. Enjoy the space of the inhalation. And that letting go of unnecessary resistance or stiffness in the body. Be guided by the joints of the body. Feeling supple here. Look forward, straighten the front leg. Good. We're going to lift up and balance on the right foot and bring your left foot in front into your balance hold. That might be tiptoes on the floor or lifting your knee. Good, and then releasing that side. Inhale, arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, really reaching. And as you exhale, Utkatasana. Uttanasana, holding forward. Step the right foot back. Plant your heel. Good, and then bending and straightening the front leg. It feels good for the joints of your body. Finding yourself in this posture where the joints feel spacious with the breath, supple with your awareness, with your little movement, and then straightening the front leg and looking forward. Good. We're going to step forward and lift up. Balance on the left leg, and the right leg comes in front. Ever balance hold. And releasing that side. Inhale, arms up. Utkatasana, powerful pose. Legs are parallel, feet are parallel. Feel the shape of the spine and the support of the core. Good. Uttanasana. Wait, we're going to take a big step back with the left foot this time. So you're in a long lunge. I've run out of mat. Good. Bend your front knee. We're going to lift the arms by the ears and then lift up. Straighten through your back leg. Virabhadrasana 1. Be guided by the joints of the body. Find a lengthening here, a suppleness to the joint, a spaciousness to the body and around the heart. Nice work. Hands to the heart. We're going to step forward, balance on the right leg, and bring the left leg in front. Take a balance hold. Ooh. Good, and then release that side. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Utkatasana, powerful pose. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Big step back with the right foot, ready for the warrior 1. Press the back heel, bend the front leg. Lift the torso, look forward, bring the arms by the ears. Press powerfully into the legs as you lift. Be guided by the joints of the body. Feel a suppleness, a willingness to reach. Feeling the lungs expand with the breath. Shoulder blades down, back of the neck is long. Hands in front of the heart, stepping forward, balancing on the left leg. Right leg comes in front. Take your balance hold. Good. And then release. Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana, powerful. Uttanasana, forward bend. Good. Big step back with the left foot, this time for Trikonasana. So we're going to line our center of the left foot, arch and the right heel. And we're going to lift all the way up. We've got our feet in the right place. And what I want you to do is wave your torso from side to side and wave your arms and shoulders. You can feel this little movement in the hips, movement in the shoulders. I'm trying to find that sense of suppleness in the joint, of ease. So being guided by that feeling in the joint, find your Trikonasana. And then we invite space and length into the body with the breath. Tune into the power in the feet and the legs. And try to keep that sense of being guided by the joints of your body. Find your stretch here. Good. We're going to windmill the left arm, once up top, to the front of the mat. Bend your front knee, so you're in a lunge. Turn your back foot to face forward, and this is how we step forward. Step forward, lift up, balance on your right leg. Take your balance, hold. Now, whatever hold you might have, and that might be tiptoes onto the floor, might be holding your knee or your foot, we're going to take the left knee out to the side, the left side. Good, and then back to center and releasing that side. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana, looking up. Utkatasana, powerful pose. Legs stay parallel. Good. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Now we're stepping the right foot back for that Trikonasana stance. So the right inner arch lines up with the left heel. Nice big distance. And we're going to lift the torso all the way up. Bring the arms out from the shoulders. And we're rocking gently the torso side to side. Also waving the shoulders and the arms. Tuning into that supple and easeful feeling in the joint. Trusting the stance of our feet and legs. We're going to reach a little bit further. And come into your Trikonasana. The left hand down on your left leg, right arm lifting up. And inviting now into your body space, length, reach, guided by the supple feeling. Something's feeling like it's locking. Beautiful. Windmill your right arm on it up towards the front of the mat. Nice big reach, turning towards the front of your mat. Turn your feet forward. So you can step forward and lift up and balance on your left leg. And take your hold, tiptoes on the floor, holding your knee or holding your... And whichever hold, take your knee out to the right side. Good. Back to center and releasing. Feet are under the hips. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Urdhva Utkatasana. Uttanasana. Good. And we're going to take little steps back now for downward facing dog pose. Gently wiggle your hips from side to side. Wiggle's probably the wrong word. Sway your hips. As you do that, and the hips go one direction, can you feel the side of the torso lengthen on the opposite? Really enjoying that lengthening. Be guided by the joints of the body here. Looking for suppleness and ease. An opportunity to be spacious. Back to center. Pressing the heels now, the chest towards the front of the legs. Good. And we're going to bring the knees to the floor. Make little circles with your shoulders around your hips. Stretch your fingers out wide. Other direction. Forward and back. Start to add in a spinal wave movement. Remembering right up to the base of the skull. So you look forward as you move. See if you can get everything moving. Guided by the joints of your body, from how much weight you put into your hand to the feeling in each joint of the hands, the arms, the shoulders, back and neck. Feeling spaciousness from the breath. Nice work. And then releasing, and we're going to take a seat. Sitting with the soles of the feet together. Try here also a little bit of a spinal wave. So I've got a great deal more resistance. I've only got a narrow range that I can move in. You've got more. But again, explore that whole range. Even if it's narrow. And see if you can remember to include the movement of your neck. A muscle memory, creating a supple muscle memory. That everything moves. You can feel the fluid of the body, the spaciousness of the breath. Good. And releasing both feet out in front. We're going to lean back for a preparation for boat pose. And find your best feeling in your spine. And your chest feeling spacious. Good. We're going to try and make some little circles with the whole torso. Maybe you could think of it this way. If there was a pencil at the top of your head, you're drawing a circle. Your whole torso is lifting up and circling back. And it's around your center axis. Now you only need to do this in an amount that feels right for the core of your body. Feel thoroughly supported. Go in the other direction. Try to focus on the muscle of the front of the core, really supporting your back. Beautiful. And release, and then we're going to take simple cross legs or whatever seat works for your knees. And spinal wave again. So you might find you've got more movement in this position. Some people might have less than in the bound angle pose we did before with the soles of the feet together. But whatever your range of movement is, let your body express supple movement in that range. As though you could really feel the water content of your body. Spaciousness of the breath. Right. And we're going to take a forward bend and hold it. So bring your hands behind your hip. Make a little back bend. And even though we're lengthening, we're trying to really find as much stretch as we can. We're trying to do that from the perspective of the joint. And we want the joint to feel really fluid, really supple as we start to explore our forward movement. so that we don't end up at our end range feeling rigid, but we feel like there's room to move, even though we might be right at the end of the range of current movement. Good, and then feel the movement of the ribs with the breath. Really expanding with the inhalation, the back ribs, and with the exhalation, embedding the bones of the spine forward. Mm. Mm. Good. Lift up enough so you can change the cross of your legs. Begin by finding your back bend shape and really tuning in to the fluid and supple nature of your joint. And then explore your forward range of movement, hinging at hip. And when you find that resistance, that you're getting close to your end range of movement, we're trying to be as far in the posture as the body allows, but without tensing up. Still feeling that fluid and mobile nature of your body. Then feel the movement of the breath. The expansion of the back ribs. The front and side ribs. Good. And then inhale. And coming up. Great. We're going to lay down. We're going to lift the hips up and down, so explore the back bending movement from here. You're going to press into your feet powerfully, lifting the bones of the spine. But again, let's take it from the perspective of keeping the joints fluid, supple, the lowering down. So, from doing this in the past, the more you use your leg muscles, buttock muscles, the higher you're going to lift. So by all means, put some power into the leg, but explore that fluid movement of the spine, the joints of the body. Link your movement to your breathing, finding the rhythm of your breath. You can add in the arm movement. The arms overhead as you lift your hips, back by your side as you lower down. Letting the posture be guided by the joints of your body. The experience of ease, natural and supple movement. Nice work. Let's bring the inside edges of the feet together and the knees together. Lift the hips and swing them left, and knees go right. And you're turning to look over your left arm. Breathing deeply. We're going to really bring the awareness to the core of the body and lift the feet and the knees off floor. Mm. And you can make it stronger if you like by taking the top leg, the left leg out straight. You just keep your knees together, or you might even be able to do both of your legs. We'll keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep an ease to the other joints of the body. Good. And then bending in your knees, really aware of your core strength. So when you lift your knees, you come back to center. Mm. Lift your hips and swing them to the right, and knees go left. Mm. Good. Feel the core of the body. So you can lift your feet and your knees. You feel supported. And letting the whole rest of the body feel supple. Feel the fluid of the body. Spaciousness of the breath. You might take your legs out to straight if you did that on the first time. Aware of the core as you bend in your legs and lift them back up to center. Ah, nice work. We're going to take the knees into the chest. Walk the pelvis a little from side to side, so you're really lengthening the lower back. Good. Bring your left heel onto your right knee, and we're going to try and bring the right knee in towards the shoulder, the right shoulder. And it's a little hint of the left knee moving away from the left shoulder. But we're not trying to force anything here. And in fact, we're still inviting that feeling of supple fluid into the joint. Mm. Might feel good to straighten your right leg as well. Enjoying the flow of breath. Good. And then releasing that side and your right heel on your left knee and hugging your knee in and your right knee just a little bit moving away from your right shoulder. But again, trying not to pull or push yourself, rather enjoying the space in your joints. Got, I forgot about straightening the left leg. I was enjoying that too much. Mm. Mm. Beautiful. And then releasing. Yeah. So if you need to finish your practice, you can roll to your side and come up to sitting. Namaste. And if you'd like to stay for the relaxation, lay yourself out. My room is so cold this morning that I think I'm going to sit up. So preparing yourself for your Shavasana. We'll focus on the breath moving in and out through the nostril. Notice how the exhalation is warmer. Take a little pause at the end of your exhalation. Doesn't have to be particularly long, whatever feels comfortable. Whenever you're ready, you take your next breath. Pause. So with each exhalation, add that pause to the end, simply drawing in your inhalation when you're ready. Find the pause in the breath as a place to rest, as a place to become still. No more doing. Just being. Feel this just being in your toes and your feet, your ankles and your lower leg, knees and thighs, hips and belly, buttocks and lower back, middle back, twin shoulder blades, side ribs, front ribs, the back of your neck, shoulders, armpits and arms, hands and fingers, throat and jaw, base of the skull, scalp, forehead, around your eyebrows and between them, around your eyes, Feel the weight of your eyes in the back of the socket, the weight of your brain in the back of the skull. Around your nose, your mouth, your lips, tongue, jaw, ears, and holding now your whole body in the focus of your awareness. Find again your breath, the feeling of being still, of just being. And as you start to move your fingers and toes, feeling the supple, fluid nature of your body, bending in your arms and your legs, rolling to your side. And then come up to sitting. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Feel the spaciousness of your heart. Take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a really beautiful day. The sun's coming in now. Won't be long before I'm warm.